Today's show is sponsored by the ABV Barrel Shop. The ABV Barrel Shop is located in the St. Louis metro community of Arnold, Missouri. The ABV Barrel Shop is focused on one thing, single barrels. Best of all, you can try before you buy. Head over to abvbarrelshop.com to sign up for their email and text distribution so you know what they have in stock, what classes are coming up, and who from the industry may be coming in to visit. The ABV Barrel Shop. It's where single barrels live. We're also sponsored by the Bar to Go. The Bar to Go offers traveling minibars that are no bigger than a small purse or toiletry bag. Best of all, they are fully customizable so you can create the perfect piece that is unique for you. If you own your own business, what a fun and unique way to promote what you do. Check them out online at thebartogo.com. That is the number 2 in the Bar to Go. If you have wholesale questions, call my friend Isabel Clark at 504-481-1297. Finally, we are sponsored by the Neely Family Distillery. NFD is a family-owned business that keeps ringing up awards in the spirits world. Head to Sparta, Kentucky to experience the family history, award-winning spirits, and meet the Neely family. Check them out online at neelyfamilydistillery.com. Now, on to the show.
Let's drink!
Welcome to the Bourbon Daily, the podcast about everything bourbon delivered to you every day of the week. Today on the show, we discuss the fact that any douchebag celebrity can now get a brand. My name is McNew. Please join me in welcoming my co-host, Steve Akeley, along with our special guest, just Kathy Cool for now, Lenny Eckstein, and
Tim Swiat just popped in. Swiat's in. So, all right. I wonder if he's really here. It's probably like Lenny. Lenny, right before we got started, Lenny jumped on. He was getting on a shuttle bus. Let's see if Swiat is doing similar thing.
If he's in his traditional bar at an airport.
Yeah. Swiat may or may not be joining us. He's online. We'll say that. That's all we know. He's not. He's got.
I already have an answer for his small talk. So
okay.
For my small talk for him.
Okay.
Okay. Well, we'll roll with that. What is the question?
We are going to be talking about celebrity bourbon.
Yes.
I want to know, is there a celebrity out there that if they made a bourbon, you'd buy it?
Okay. Okay. An actual celebrity bourbon you would be interested in based upon the celebrity. So
see, now, before Swiat came on, I was going to say his is Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift,
Obviously.
Yeah, for sure.
Are you in a hotel too, Tim? Lenny's?
No, I am back home. My bar area and everything is being renovated now. So
It's being renovated. Oh.
Okay.
I'm sequestered to my home office.
The sound is even different. So, yeah, there's a whole...
Oh, maybe we'll hear his cork pops.
Oh, that's true.
I'm working off the microphone on my camera. We will see how this goes.
Okay. It's
But we
interesting.
hear the cork pops.
Yeah. So, a celebrity we would be interested in. Boy.
What if Tony Soprano had one?
It wouldn't be true to Tony or the character. I mean, he never drank bourbon on the show.
Okay.
He's only a celebrity in certain circles.
Celebrity.
Celebrity.
Oh my God.
What sort of celebrity are we talking about here?
Yes.
I'm going to say if Coetzel made a bourbon, because the man drinks. I don't think I've ever seen him perform sober. So I'm going to say I would buy a Coetzel bourbon because it's probably going to be very good.
I mean, as terrible as that is, I agree that would be the right choice for McNew. So, well. Yeah. All right. Anybody else got one? I don't think I have one.
I know. I thought of this
interested.
and I thought, like, what about the most silly person? Like the most ridiculous, like Cosmo Kramer.
Carrot Top? What if Carrot Top had a bourbon?
No, it would have to be a comedian I appreciate.
I can't think of anybody living that, like if Hunter S. Thompson was still alive, and I know they are getting ready to release a bourbon with his name on it, but that's not him. So I'm not interested in that. But if he was alive and it'd be like, hey, I kind of started this brand. Again, I wouldn't expect him to be working there like the level of like Ian and Paul Wesley. I don't expect that out of somebody like Hunter S. Thompson. But if he put his name to it because he was a bourbon fan to begin with, he's from Kentucky, I'd be interested in that. But I can't think of anybody like that. I don't. Maybe Jennifer Lawrence. She is from Kentucky, and she likes bourbon, actually.
You know who? Johnny Depp. Johnny Depp could do a bourbon,
but he doesn't drink bourbon, as far as I know.
He might be like a sober guy now.
Jennifer Lawrence does. We know she went on a tour and got thrown off by Alan Bishop.
Because she was probably being a rude asshole, and she was
talking. Yeah, she was being a celebrity, and he didn't know who she was, to his credit. Which at that time I wouldn't have known who she was. I mean, I know who she is now, and I think even he knows who she is.
I love that story.
Yeah,
he just absolutely tosses her like, "Do you know who I am? You know who you are."
Yeah. Well, so no, I can't say there's a celebrity that I would be interested in getting a bourbon from, actually. So no. Now, a couple that are in it that I like how they're doing it. Like I like how Bob Dylan's doing it. I like how Ian Somerhalder and Paul Wesley are doing it. But that would have been ones that I would have just gravitated to. Find out, but I like how they're doing their business. But they seem to be all involved, those three. But not a lot of other ones are. No.
Would John Hamm be one because of Mad Men and everything like that? You know,
he drank Canadian whiskey though, but I would be mad at him doing a bourbon. I would buy it.
John Hamm. He's from St. Louis, so
yes,
got roots.
It does have roots. Yeah. So
like Steve Buscemi.
I do like
Boardwalk Empire.
I do like Steve Buscemi.
That'd be interesting.
Yeah, he might be a
fighter on 9/11. Got a hell of a story to talk about it. You know, he was drinking whiskey on Boardwalk Empire.
They just got punched randomly in New York.
Yes.
Just fucking cruising down the street. He had the positive walking style.
Positive walking.
Some guy just walks up, jacks him in the face.
Business. Wham!
Yeah. Just and then leaves. Yeah.
I think that's a good answer.
That is a good one. That's a good one. Well, yeah. I don't know. KK, you asked a question. You got to have one, I would think.
You would think. I was trying to think of someone so ridiculous, but maybe I could get them to sign the bottle.
Pokey Lafarge?
I don't even know who that is.
Neither do I, but I heard the name.
Wisconsin?
Pocketed. Shirts will be coming soon. The designs are coming together. We saw some work being done out there. Yeah, Pocketed.
Pocketed, Wisconsin. Yeah, I can't even think of someone ridiculous enough that it would be fun.
For us, we treat the bourbon industry people like celebrities, so that ends up being our celebrity. So real movie type of celebrities and that don't seem to fit the bourbon for us because we already have our bourbon celebrities. We don't need the celebrities to be there.
Right.
Yeah. So.
And Captain Kangaroo's not alive anymore, is he?
No, he's gone, unfortunately.
He was a drunk.
See, I would have gotten a Captain Kangaroo.
Really? You like the captain, huh? My wife liked the captain a lot. When she was pregnant with Kat, the captain was still alive, and he had a book out, and she went and stood in line to get it signed by
the captain.
By the captain for at that time upcoming baby. We didn't know boy or girl, no name, anything like that. Just for upcoming baby, had to get something signed by Captain Kangaroo.
You didn't do a big gender reveal, Akeley?
No, it was a little different back. It was a little different back then. You had one shot to get it, and she didn't cooperate. We wanted to know, actually. We weren't the type that was like, we don't want to know or anything. We wanted to know, and they're like, she's not kind of. Maybe her legs are crossed, or she's not kind of facing the right way here, or they didn't say she. They just said the baby's not facing, and so we didn't know if it was a boy or girl. So, yeah. First one to know on Earth, me.
Oh.
Yeah.
Not the doctor?
Not the doctor, no, because I saw the kid slide by, because the kid comes shooting out there, just slides by, they're all greased up and stuff, they got the natural thing, and kid slides by, and I see the doctor say, okay, let's check, boy or girl, and I was like, it's a girl, and I saw, yeah, and it was, so I was there.
Had Kat been a boy, what would her name have been?
That's up for debate. The wife and I never, as funny as this sounds, we didn't talk about names. Mm-hmm. I guess most people should do, but we didn't. We talked about it that day, and there would have been some fights because we both agreed upon Catherine because it's ties on both sides. Her grandmother was named Catherine. My mom's middle name's Catherine, So that was, and then Stella, Amy's grandmother had just passed away, whose name was Stella. So we thought that's a great middle name, and great way to honor her. So the girl name ended up being easy. I liked the name Hawk for a boy.
Oh my God.
Hawk Akeley.
Amy
aged well now with the Hawk tour. Yeah,
I guess, yeah, that would be some cause of consternation at this point. But yeah, so Amy says no way to that. So yeah. So yeah. I don't know what would have happened. I don't know what would have happened. It was just like Kat was born. We said, "Oh, her name's Catherine." They're like, "What's her name?" And we're like, "Catherine Stella Akeley." Sound good? Yeah, let's do it. Boy, I've been fighting the hospital room.
It would have been Baby Boy Akeley.
Yeah. So yeah. So there you go. I don't know how we even got on that topic. I'm not sure.
Captain
How
Kangaroo.
did that happen? Captain Kangaroo. Oh,
My celebrity whiskey choice.
that would be your celebrity whiskey choice. You think?
I think
Captain?
so. Yeah.
Right.
Captain Kangaroo.
What if Mr. Green Jeans would have got it? Would you have gotten? So Captain's out. He's like, no, because I do shows for kids. It wouldn't have been right for me to do a bourbon. And then also next thing you know, Mr. Green Jeans is coming out. He's got.
I liked Mr. Green Jeans. I think I had more of a crush on Mr. Green Jeans.
Really,
Yeah.
Mr. Green Jeans.
yeah. It's like loving Bozo the Clown and having a crush on Cookie.
Yeah,
It's just so wrong.
it is. Yeah. On that note, we've lost McNew. It's time to drink. What is everyone drinking? Let's start with Kathy, our question asker of the day.
I'm working on this Royce B. Cream, a real bourbon celebrity, Royce Neely.
Yeah. Okay. Squeaky, but decent on the pop. Worthy of a win? Probably not, but you never know. You never know what's going to happen. So McNew's next.
I'm going to go with this Hard Truth Sweet Mash Rye.
Okay. I think that's the lead. I think it's the lead.
Her squeak was better.
Her squeak was better. I've got Brothers Bond. This is the fancy new regenerative grain one. So let's see what we got here.
Oh,
There it is.
There it is. There it is, folks. There it is. And we know Tim's not going to have any.
Equivalent of a mic drop with the cork on the desk.
We'll see what Tim can do here. He's in a different setting. He claims he's worked on the settings. We're going to see. I predict that it's going to be no noise, but we'll see. I've got the lead.
It will be no noise. I've got a fresh crack of a new bottle of Bourbon Deluxe from my own favorite
nice.
Waffit.
Congrats on that. That's
freshly delivered yesterday before it was all sold out. Pretty happy I got a bottle of this one.
Yeah.
So we will see. Swiat on the set.
Okay.
We heard it.
we heard it.
Solid. We heard it.
Yes, you did.
Here's the deal. I feel like I had a better cork pop, but I'm going to give Tim the win here. I'm going to throw him a bone and give him a win. We heard it. It was good too.
It was clean.
I hate to steal one from him. So Tim, you win, buddy. Cheers.
My God, the streak's been broken.
All right. We're going to take a quick break. And then when we come back, we're going to be talking about some D-level celebrities now getting into the world of bourbon and what this means. We'll do that in just a few. Okay, let's talk about the people that make these shows happen. First up is the Stave and Thief Society. Via their in-person class at Moonshine University in Louisville, Kentucky, the Stave and Thief Society is the place where you, a bourbon enthusiast, can expand your knowledge and emerge an executive bourbon steward. In 2017, I completed my executive bourbon steward certification. It's the most comprehensive bourbon certification available and connects you with an expansive network of bourbon enthusiasts and professionals. Check out the full listing of in-person and online certifications and join the society today by enrolling at staveandthief.com. Speaking of executive bourbon steward certification, the ABV Barrel Shop in St. Louis, Missouri has developed a unique partnership with the Stave and Thief Society to offer a preparatory class to assist you in getting your executive bourbon steward certification. This prep class costs only $25 and is available to take live or online via Zoom. Graduates of our class receive a coupon code good for 15% off your executive bourbon steward certification held in Louisville, Kentucky. This saves you almost $90. Additionally, you can collaborate with fellow attendees to split travel costs when you go to Louisville. If you're interested in signing up for the class, simply head over to abvbarrelshop.com and check out the classes and events page. Last but not least, we are sponsored by Neely Family Distillery. Royce Neely is the 11th generation distiller in one of America's oldest distilling families. A visit to Neely Family Distillery takes you through family history, where you can see all the artifacts and newspaper clippings through the years from this family that started distilling in America after James Neely arrived from Northern Ireland in 1740. Today, Royce Neely and his team are crafting some of the best spirits in America. Their bourbon and absinthe offerings keep winning top honors in the spirits competitions. Recently, their absinthe made history as the first platinum winner in the absinthe category at the San Francisco Spirits Competition. Neely Family Distillery is definitely a bucket list destination if you are a bourbon fan. Learn more about their spirit offerings, visiting their facility, and the awards they have collected over at NeelyFamilyDistillery.com. And now, back to the show.
Hello, this is Jeff from Iowa, and you're listening to the Bourbon Daily.
Welcome back to the Bourbon Daily. Today we're talking about D-list celebrities getting their own bourbon brands.
Yes, we are. So usually, I live in a society, and I hear of people even if I don't know what songs and music they play or what TV shows they're on. I at least hear the name. When they get lauded as celebrities, and I've never even heard the name one time. I think it's a bad indication. And then I just got old man anger because I always search Google to see what if there's any topics that need to be talked about for the show. And two of them popped up, and it was people I never heard of. Country star Dierks Bentley, I never heard of him. He's got a bourbon going. He's going into Louisville to sign bottles of bourbon. And then Joe Pickett Bourbon. Who's CJ Box? I don't know who that is.
Author.
He's an iconic character.
Yeah, Joe Pickett isn't even a person.
Oh, it's a character? I don't know what that is. But Dierks Bentley, though, he was big in like the early 2000s. I was into him in high school. But his bourbon is coming out of Green River, so I'm pretty sure it doesn't suck, even though, why is he putting his name on something?
Yeah. Well, what about Terry Bradshaw that comes from Green River?
Oh, that was disappointing. I don't.
Yeah. So. Yeah.
No, I was trying to be positive here, but
Picking the barrels is the question.
Yeah.
Who's batching them?
Yeah. Author CJ Box. So this CJ Box is an author, and this is named after one of his characters.
That's what I'm guessing.
I guess. I don't know. But what's going on here? Why are we doing this? Why? How does this come about?
like I'm not going to read
stop, right?
books because they look dumb as shit. But like, oh, it's a thing on Prime too. I guess it's like a show.
It's a show.
Really?
Also, yeah, I'm Googling it. It looks like a Western something.
Oh, yeah. I'm big into the Westerns, yeah.
So I'm just kind of like, does this guy drink bourbon in the book, on the show? Who knows? But I don't think you need a bourbon brand to tie into your fictional worlds. You just don't.
No.
I would rather see Kelly from Long Yellowstone get a bourbon.
Kelly from Long Yellowstone?
Yellowstone.
Is the Long Yellowstone better than just the regular Yellowstone?
It's without commercials.
Well, size matters. So.
I prefer the Long Yellowstone, please. Thank you. Yeah. I don't know. This makes me sad.
What this screams, though, is folks having way too much money playing FOMO, and they're going to get screwed on the back end of this thing.
Yeah. Because they're not going to be brands that last, right? They're going to be around a year, maybe two. And they're like, oh, let's just sell what we have and never make it again.
Right.
Why even invest in it?
Yeah.
Happy the whiskey's been bought already from the producer, which is great. So that's good that the Green River's doing its thing. Wyoming Whiskey sold some barrels. That's good, moving some product, whatever they got to do. But this is not going to be for long.
No. And typically, I don't think these things help the bourbon industry. I think they hurt it because it tends to be not great whiskey. There's just nothing going for it. So I think it ends up being a bad thing. So I'm not pointing to these two individually. Maybe these will end up being fine burgers. I don't know. But there's so many of them now, and it's the same old thing. So yeah.
So do you think that since they're going down to like fictional characters, country stars who were big in the early 2000s, that maybe the well is running dry and this will fade out?
I hope so.
No, we haven't even gotten into the Harry Potter bourbon yet. Wait till Hermione comes out with one.
Yeah, well, to say this Joe Pickett one reminds me of, like, you guys remember the Walking Dead ones? Nobody was buying that to drink, but fans of the show were just like, I need more shit to put on my fanboy shelf. Like, it was
right. And then, did you know anybody that opened one? Because I do know a couple people that did, and they said it was terrible.
I bet it was.
Yeah. So it's just not a bad. It's not a good way to do business, and I think this is bad. And like I said, maybe you're right. Hopefully it'll take care of itself and it'll go away. So we'll see. We will see.
I'm reading one of the articles where Brown was interviewed. He was sampling a mix of different rye bourbon barrels blends, and then I want a sweeter bourbon. So let's try to find some barrels that have a flavor characteristics that you like. So that's what we spent the afternoon doing. It's just like, I hope you pick some good barrels.
Yeah.
So do you think that when they're doing this and they're like, okay, we're going to sell this guy some barrels, he's going to put a fictional character's name on it, take him to the bad barrel section, because this is just going to be something that fanboys put on their shelves?
Yes.
I wouldn't roll out the good stuff.
No.
And you know, not somebody that appreciates it. So you're doing that for people like Steve and other bourbon clubs that come in.
Yeah.
So let me make a correction. It's Pine Bluffs Distilling, not Wyoming Whiskey, who they sourced the CJ Box sourced the Joe Pickett bourbon from. It's Pine Bluffs Distilling in Wyoming.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
You see Wyoming Distillery, and it just makes you think of Wyoming whiskey.
That's what's a little misleading. I'm like, wait a minute. That's why I want to double check. I saw that. I better make that correction. So Pine Bluffs Distilling is the distiller.
Okay. So a small local producer putting it together. I don't know them, so I have
never heard of them.
idea if they're good or bad, but yeah. So I don't know, man. It's just some of these trends, and I don't know. It's weird right now out in bourbon. I mean, you're hearing all these things, MGP hitting the brakes, and all this distilleries closing and all that. I really don't know if this stuff is good news or bad news. It feels like it might really be good news for all the people that we know and we like. I think that the good ones things are gonna shake up, and I think the cream will continue to rise to the top, and hopefully with less providers, less competition, it'll be better for them, the people that are doing it right. So I'm not worried about things. I think this might have needed to happen, and this stuff's going to take care of itself too. So that's my prediction. Celebrity stuff is going to be hopefully gone sooner than later. But
this kind of reminds me also, like, remember when celebrities always had to have a perfume line? That's kind of died away too. Like, this is like the new celebrity perfume lines. Like, it's going to die out too. Nobody wants this. We're not asking for it.
Right.
They didn't have fragrances there.
Yeah. So there you go. There's just our latest on celebrity bourbon. I'm sure we'll be bitching about it again at some point, but that's it for today. We'll wrap this one up, as we always do, by talking about where people can find us. Kathy, we'll start with you. Where can people find you?
I'm on Instagram at KK
Tim?
You can find me basking in cork pop glory on Instagram at SwyGuy2112 and on YouTube at our flagship whiskey.
McNew?
I'm on Instagram at McNew ABV.
All right, for me, I'm an easy guy to find. I'm at Steve Akeley, Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook. I've got a website, steveakeley.com. We've also got a company website. That thing's abvnetwork.com. Check it out. Everything that we do is out there. Previous shows, blogs, so much more. abvnetwork.com. Come by and see me, the ABV Barrel Shop, the place where you can try before you buy. We're online, abvbarrelshop.com. McNew, anything else to say before we get out of here?
I'd like to remind the audience to please give us a 5-star review. That includes comments. It helps new people find the show, which is very important to us. And if you like what we're doing, we ask that you please visit our Patreon page at patreon.com/the ABV Network.
Great job today, gang. For our audience, we'll have a brand new show for you tomorrow. Looking forward to that. Until then, take care, everybody. See you.
See you, everyone.
Peace. Before we let you go, let's talk about one last thing. The ABV Barrel Shop in the St. Louis community of Arnold, Missouri. The ABV Barrel Shop is focused on a couple of things. First of all, single barrels. We are the place where single barrels live. We go to distilleries, taste through the whiskey, select the best barrel, and have it shipped to our store where we present it to you, our customers, by allowing you to try before you buy. We're also known for the classes that we have in our education center in the store, as well as the events we have with industry professionals from the bourbon business. If you are in the St. Louis area, please come by and visit us at 6 Fox Valley Center in Arnold, Missouri. Or at a minimum, at least sign up for our email and text distribution so you know exactly what's going on in our shop over at abvbarrelshop.com. This is Steve Akeley, owner of the ABV Network, signing off. We thank you for listening to our programming and truly appreciate your support.
The Bourbon Daily is part of the ABV Network. For more information or to become a sponsor, please visit abvnetwork.com. Thanks for listening and cheers.
This has been a Steve Akeley production.